know who this is? You're Mr. 80s music.
It's a song from the 80s. I don't know. I've heard it before.
1982. I need title and artist. Larry Lee would come in here, whoop your ass.
Not on this song.
Matt Janetsky would come in here, whoop your ass.
Not on this. This is a novelty
Seth
song.
Blackburn, come in here. Is Seth here? Come in here, whoop his ass.
Is this Blondie?
No. A lot of people think it is, though.
I don't know.
It's the Waitresses.
Oh, okay. All right.
Today,
I've heard of them.
Today is National Waiters and Waitresses Day, or also known as Waitstaff Day. Now,
yeah, I used to do this a little bit.
Being a former
Hard work.
waiter, how would you like to see National Waiter Day or Waitresses Day or Waitstaff Day be celebrated? How do you celebrate
this made-up holiday? Sorry. Even though I
holiday.
used to do it, even if I still did it, it would just, you could either kick them a little extra kick, a little tip or something like that, buy your server a drink. They can't probably drink because they're working, or they have time to take a break. Yeah, some places they can.
Bar staff can.
Yeah.
In many.
That's got to get old, though, right? I mean, you got all that booze around you. Everybody could buy you a drink. I mean,
Dude, the worst
fast.
thing in the world would be like being a really good bartender.
It's like me saying, I could play any song I want right now. Listen, I don't have to call in. I don't have to ask anybody. I'll just grab it and play it.
Yeah.
I'll ask for forgiveness later if there's an issue.
You do that.
That
sometimes.
gets old, though. It gets really old. I mean, it's like, it's not a thing. It's like, yeah, I've got thousands of songs at my fingertips. I don't know what they should do for, outside of giving give them a little extra tip or something like that. I don't know.
So I track in the hashtag, and basically what people want you to do is just be nice to the waiters. Does that mean?
I think that's probably the wait staff. They just want you to shut up, quit being so needy, and be nice.
Does that mean 364 days out of the year we are not nice to wait staff?
Yeah, it's funny because so many people think they're smarter than everyone else, and I think sometimes you come into a situation and you feel like you know more than they do, or they're wrong, even though this is where they work. And you'll completely be a jerk to them for no reason.
They plan on doing this 8 hours today, and you only plan on being there for 45 minutes, and they do it 5 days a week, and you might go there once every month or so.
And it's funny because you'll go some places and you'll order something one way, and then the next time you'll get a different server, and they're like, oh, sorry, we can't do that. Like, whoa, well, what's her face? I was here 2 weeks ago. I don't know, redhead, the kind of good-looking chick, wear a lot of makeup. Anyways, she let me do it.
Do you remember?
Well, she's not here.
Your worst customer when you were a waiter, or
no.
You were a waiter, right?
Yeah, I can't remember anybody that was that
So
bad.
you don't remember the worst?
I mean, I know
instance.
I had people that I had people that were mad. I had people that I forgot. Like, this is the ultimate nightmare. Wake you up. You're serving everybody. Somebody calls in sick. You need to pick up their section like two people do. Mm-hmm. So now instead of waiting on 5 tables, I'm waiting on 7 or 8. And and holy cow, I forgot about table 4. Like, they were the third table to come in, and I just totally forgot about them. Somebody else brought their food out. Nobody's been by to see them. And now they've been sitting there for almost 20 minutes waiting for their check. And they want to speak to a manager because the busboy comes up to you and goes, hey, yeah, table 34 over there. They said they haven't seen you in quite a while. They want their check. They want to leave.
I think this has happened to everybody. I've been forgotten at a restaurant. Have you been forgotten at a restaurant?
At that point, you just say, well, there goes my tip. And then you print off the ticket and you say, can you take it over to them? But it's not like they can't see you. You're all around them in the dining room. You're still there.
Oh, you weren't even man enough.
I ghosted them. I just ghosted them.
You weren't even man enough to stand up to them and say, sorry, I forgot about your sorry asses. How long are you willing to wait?
20 minutes.
20 minutes?
Yeah, I'm going to finish my drink. I'm going to sit there with my wife, and then all of a sudden I'm going to start looking for other people to go, hey, can you have my server come by or a manager? Because we need to go. And I don't know where this person went.
In the grand scheme of things, be nice to your waiters today and be, I guess, patient with them. Give
them a second chance today?
Does this give your waiter? Maybe that's what you do. That's what you do on National Waiter Day. Maybe there's a place that you've gone to that the last time you were there, you vowed that you would never go back because the service was so bad. Maybe today you go to that restaurant, you go back and you give them a second chance.
If you're a waiter, if you work in the customer service business, if you've ever been a waiter, let us know. 543-3693. Macaroni and Cheese Festival tickets today. Use the discount code MacMonday. and that'll save you some cash on your tickets to go to the event coming up here just in a couple of weekends on June the 9th. We got a guy that's holding on that wanted to weigh in. Go ahead, man.
Hi, my name is Ted Williams. I've worked as a waiter for like 15 years, and I've been listening to you for quite a while. I was just saying that people should tip cash today, not write it on their check so they don't have to claim it.
Yeah, that's a really good point.
That could go a long way.
I remember when I waited tables.
Idea,
thank you for the call. That when you comes time to do your tip out at the end of the night, this is what you're going to get taxed on because the government wants some of that. So everything cash, you may have got $100 and something in cash, and you're gonna report like $20 of it. But the credit card receipts, that is something they can prove because it's all entered in. Mm-hmm. So, they can't prove how much cash was left. They can only look at that and say, you have to claim all that. So cash, you're like, yeah, I got like $80 here. Oh, $10.
That's got to be tough.
It's pretty shady, but I think it's a well-known practice. That's
going to be tough for somebody like Ted, who when he started out, yeah, credit cards were around and they were probably prevalent. If it was 15 years ago, 2003, a lot of people used credit cards. But now, more people.
Everybody's using
credit cards and debit cards have become so much easier to use now that there were more people that paid cash in 2003 as opposed to 2018, and it's got to be tough on the waiter.
It's hard because as somebody who doesn't carry a lot of cash, I try to remember to bring cash, and if my wife is with me, she always has the cash in her wallet. So I'm like, hey, you got cash? Leave cash, and but I forget all the time. I apologize to the waitstaff community on National Waitstaff Day that I don't carry more cash with me.
So cash on the table at the very least. You pay the bill with the credit card.
Yeah,
but then cash on the table for the waitstaff today.
Hey, since we're talking about this, when you go somewhere and you're going to leave cash, do you write cash in the tip area?
I put on table.
It's not terrible. Oh.
Why?
See, because then if they ever get audited, they can go back and go, So, yeah. But it's not terrible. It's just,
What should you put then?
I always just write 0, and then I write the total, and then I sign it. Like, let's say you're going to go somewhere, and you're going to get takeout. This is my favorite one. I never tip on takeout.
I know you don't.
Well, you shouldn't. They prepared it. They have not served you. It's come right from the kitchen to you. All right? You serve yourself. So I always go.
What about on waitstaff?
I always feel like they're pissed off or they're eyeing me as I write 0 on tip, and then I write in the total so they can't change it, and then I sign it. And I give it to them. I go, thank you very much. I grab my food. I'm out. And they look at that, and they look at me like, oh, you son of a bitch. Well, you don't trust me? You can't just sign it and walk away? I'm like, no, you got to fill that out, right? You fill it out. You write 0, and then do you write the total?
I usually tip them. I usually tip them a lot less than I would if I was.
What are you tipping?
Like a 15, 18%.
What are you tipping, by the way?
$3.
The guy that went to the back of in the kitchen and
it's for the guy that cooked it.
The guy that cooked it.
Yeah.
Why is the cook getting a tip? He gets paid a higher salary.
The gal that cooked it.
Or the woman.
Or the woman or the guy or that's running the front table. Because that takes them out of their element because they're having to manage the house, right? They're having to manage the house. So here you come walking in looking for a bag of food, and they're like, oh, yeah, hold on a second. Let me deal with this for a second. And then they got to put everybody else on hold, and those are tipping people that they got to put on hold.
I'm trying to save money with the takeout. I'm not saving any money now if I'm throwing down another $5.
You can save money, but you're not throwing down another, real tip. You're not throwing down $8.
You're not throwing down 20%? What are you throwing down, 10?
No, I'm throwing like a couple bucks.
Just a couple bucks.
$2 to $3.
Yeah.
Because that's what that transaction should be. 2 to 3.
Aren't you ever afraid you may go, what? What's this? Yeah. I don't want your pity. Get out of here.
I am. Every time. Every time.
See? So you might as well leave 0.
I'm afraid he's going to say, $2 to $3. How come you're not giving me 15%? I'm going to say, and then that's when I'm going to have your conversation with him. And that conversation is because you put it in a bag and you handed it to me. You did not. There's no dishes that have to be done here. There's nothing.
Right. Nothing's going to be done here.
I am less likely inclined at a Chinese place to tip the waitstaff when I'm doing pickup because that's part of their business model. Part of their business model, a big part of their business model.
What about pizza?
Is same thing. Big part of their business model.
Go to Domino's. I'm going to pick it up. I'm going to go to...
I got to be honest with you. Little Caesars, we went and got the pizza, the pan pizza, last week. And
Is that the $6 pizza now?
I think it's $8.99 or something like that. You go in there and you walk in and
they hand you a pizza.
Yeah,
it's already made.
Yeah, I didn't leave a tip. Okay, because that's part of their business model. It's like that would be like going to McDonald's and leaving them a tip.
See, this is such a complicated system. Sometimes you do it, sometimes you don't. What about when you go to Panda Express? You better tip that guy because he's putting the food in the thing for you.
I don't know. See, I think if 50% or more of their business is takeout, I'm not going to leave a tip. If like only 20% of their business is takeout, 20 or less,
oh my God,
then I will leave the tip. It's complicated.
Yeah, the life you live and how complicated you make things. But that's fine. If that keeps you in a good place, then that's fine. 543-3693. Slow Joe says, I tip $1 for takeout. See, you're part of the problem.
There you go, Slow Joe. That's what I'm talking
thanks
about.
for the charity, Slow Joe.
You should tip him something.
Gary's holding on. Go ahead, man.
Like for Mother's Day, there's this local flower business that you come pay $10 in Los Osos for a bouquet of flowers. They make them every day. On Mother's Day, they have a bunch of them. And so I bought $30 worth, and I still gave her a $5 bill just because. Now, she wrapped the bottom of it in plastic for me, but I don't need to tip her, really. That's what they do. But I still just felt obligated to show some local love,
Gary, you did a great job of making yourself sound great. All right, congratulations. I'm talking about food, all right? Take the flower thing out. That's a total separate thing. They're actually building bouquets.
I'm glad.
I agree. I think you should have tipped her.
Why?
Because
that's part of what she does.
It's a different thing. It's a different thing.
Using your takeout.
I want to talk about
rationale. When you should not have got a tip.
This is not takeout. All right, we're talking about takeout right now.
I know, but I'm applying your rationale to the flowers.
But it's a little bit different. It's a craft. Not anybody can be a flower person, a florist. That takes skill. It takes art. I can't do it. My mom, great at it. My wife, not so much.
You said something very important in there, Gary. You said tip the local gal. Do you tip more at local restaurants than you would like a national chain?
I definitely would, hands down, no problem.
Really?
All right, Gary, real quick.
That makes a lot of people working at those chains really happy today.
When you go to get your pickup or do your takeout, whatever, Chinese, whatever it is, do you tip?
I usually tip at least, I don't know, it depends. If we get $20, I'll give them $5 or something like that.
Big tip off.
Even pizza? You go pick up a pizza, you give them a tip?
Not at a chain.
Oh, why? Why not? Why not? They made it.
A local place only. Gary's the local
tipper. Yeah, but they put it in the box either way. It's not like they got it ready for just, You
see what I mean? My point is your guys' rationale doesn't make sense.
My bias line is there. I guess.
You know what you should do?
I like that you tip.
You should have a flat rate tip, and it should just be $8.05. $8.05.
I might do that.
Local tipper Gary, thank you for calling in. We appreciate it.
It's a time for renewal.
It's gonna be a great day.
It's a time for reflection.
I am thankful.
It's a time for rocking out.
Let's do this. Jeff and Jeremy in the morning on 93.3 KZOZ.